Hey folks, we're back. I was going to do a quick little video on how to install a NATO strap. And I like the NATO straps. And let me tell you why I like the NATO straps. Is one, if they get nasty, you can buy a new one. There is a variety of colors here. You can kind of see that I've ordered a few different ones off of AliExpress, and usually they come with the extra pins. And you know, I think I bought this little kit with I think it had like 7 or 8 of them in there. And I pretty much try to buy the watches that have the 20 millimeter strap sizes, and I like how if it gets nasty, I just throw it in the washer. Or I buy a new strap. And I figured out that you can buy your straps off of AliExpress for like $1. If you buy them from Amazon, you end up paying like 10 or 15. But there are some more boutique straps, off of Amazon that are a little nicer. But some of these generic ones, like you can tell it's probably the cheapo, but this might be 90 cents. So if you're going to give it as a gift, or if you're going to give it to a kiddo, then you give them one of these cheap straps, because it's going to get nasty in like 3 weeks. But if you have one of, if you're putting it on something nice, you get one of these boutique straps. But I'm using this one because it has the black, even though the strap is not black, even though I tried to make it that way. Or ordered that way. They're coming in like a navy blue. And so let me turn the light on a little bit better. I realize that my lighting is not optimal here. I'm still trying to figure out how I want my camera set up. I'm using just kind of a video cam, and I think the resolution's good enough, but it may not be. So this is one of those AliExpress watches that I had ordered. Yeah, the lighting helps a lot actually when I turn that light on. One of these AliExpress watches, and it's a clone of a Seiko. Obviously, it's got a different watch face, and some of these he's even got the same handset. Let's see. Let me go grab my flashlight real quick. Oh, I ought to do a video about this thing. It's a little USB charger. Did I leave it on? Nope. Let's see if this thing's got any lume. I'm curious. I didn't check. It does. It does. You like that Ghetto lume test? It does. It's actually pretty legit. Okay. Nice. So yeah, this little I like this a lot. So the way that you install a NATO strap is, you leave your lugs in there, and this has got a 20 millimeter lug, and you always put the buckle always goes at the 12 o'clock. So you loop it through, and NATOs do add typically a little extra thickness to the band, but it's okay. So and especially if you get one of those cheap ones, they're real thin. So the nice thing about this watch too is this would be a great field watch, because and then once you loop it under, and then across the backside. Let me flatten this out a little bit. Once you loop it under, then you basically take the bottom loop and loop it through. Am I getting this? And then that's how you do a NATO strap. And just kind of the way that it did I do that too quick? I don't know if I did that too quick for the camera. So, and if you want to take it off, you just reverse the process. You pull the bottom loop out, right? And then kind of we'll do it again, just because you may be new to the NATO strap experience. So step 1, take the buckle and match it up to the 12 o'clock, okay? And then take it and feed it through downward, pull it all the way to the end, loop it underneath and out the top, okay? And then you kind of get it where you want it. You kind of get it where you want it. I might have pulled it a little too close. And then I guess one good way is you would just center it centered in this bottom strap would probably be one good way to do it. Let's do that. So let me just move it a little bit. There, just a little bit, okay? And then loop it through the bottom strap, just like that. Actually, I went too far. I think it self-corrects, to be honest. I think it, there. And now it's, so that's your NATO strap, right? And then if I can wear this for a week, so like here's the Seiko that I'm wearing. This is actually a real Seiko. This is just one of their 5 series. And you know what I realized about the Seikos is that the straps are actually really nice. They're typically here. Let's get all of this in frame here. You can see where it's a little longer. When you match them up, they're a little bit longer. And I would like to order a longer strap, but you know, so a lot of these so this is a unique to the in-house Seiko movements is okay. So we'll just this is our new, you know, and you can see if I do a comparison. So this is the new version. This is not the Willard. This is the Willard clone. But what I like about the Seikos is they'll have this bevel down at the bottom here, like the bottom is rounded upward. And so I think they also refer to these as kind of like an early version. I don't know if the black camera is picking up that rounded bevel that goes that way, you know, so you don't have a sharp, it's kind of hard to tell with the case. See, this one's also you know, so this is a modern, more thinner case design, but you know, originally I think this came out in the '60s for some comparison. But yeah, that's how you do a. And I just used this black one with the anodized fixtures or hardware on it because the watch was black. And the trick here is you get it to where you want it. I find that my wrist shrinks a lot over the course, so you loop it through both. You loop it through both, and then what you do is you fold over the end, right? So what I'll do is I'll crease it just to make it to where it folds where I want it to fold. Kind of crease the end, and then I'll actually let me do this. I'll crease the end right here, like right about there. I'll pinch it and just kind of crease it, just to make it easier to fold where I want it. I'll stick it back through, and then I'll start feeding it back down through the clasp. Once you wear it like this, it'll just kind of go itself. Like you won't have to. There it goes, and it creates like a notch. So it becomes like another mechanism to not lose your watch. So not only do you have, if you break this clasp, of course the watch is going to flop around, or if you break this clasp, the watch will flop around, but you don't lose the watch. And then by doing the loop lock, you prevent it from coming undone. So there's basically like 3 mechanisms in order to let's do another loom test. Let me get this all. Bear with me, folks. Bear with me. Let's turn off some lights. Let's get this thing. I'm walking around my living room. This is a low budget. This is you know how you get those Hollywood movies, those B movies? You know, that's what this is. This is a B movie YouTube channel. There is no aspirations of any high fidelity. Let me see. Let's get this. I wish I could figure out how to separate the light. Is there a way? Can I rotate? Oh, there we go. Boom. Right? Little loom check. Nice. We get a little loom going. Right? Man, that's for a $60 watch, Seiko clone. That's super impressive. Super. And you know, I like the watches that have the 12, 3, 6, and 9. I do. This is I'm going to do a separate video on this watch, but just kind of a review. But I'm digging this. Like when you talk about this one was $250. Let me get my light back on. This one was $250. And this is a great watch, you know, but one thing it doesn't have, and I do like this canted case design, right? But it doesn't have a it doesn't have, and the bezel, this bezel is super easy to read too. So if I could get this bezel with the same style of you know, with the dots, but instead of having the little Twinkies, I guess I don't know what to call them, but this doesn't have a screw down case design. It just has, you just twist it. So it has kind of a minimum I really like the Seikos. You know, I've been buying an assortment of different stuff, and more. Anyways, this is about a NATO watch strap. Hey, as always, thanks for watching. I appreciate you know, just stopping in. Leave a comment. Tell me what you think. You know, I can handle criticism. If you know, if you want to blast me, bring it. If you want to blast, I'm just joking. I'm joking. So as always, thanks for watching.